Now we go to the next slot, where we want to hear more about how the companies can find those DIHs, and this is about the catalog of digital innovation hubs. We will invite Begoña Sanchez from Tecnalia to come on stage. Begoña Sanchez is responsible for business development, but is also part of the expert group on policies for innovation at Tecnalia. Tecnalia is an RTO from the Basque Country here in Spain. Thank you, Begoña.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Can you hear me? No. Now?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So hello everyone. Thank you, Maite, for the presentation. Now I think it's working. And yes, my name is Begoña Sanchez, and I'm coming from Tecnalia, which is an RTO, Research and Technology Organization, or a competence center. How is it called also in other countries? Okay, thank you so much for this opportunity. To talk about digital innovation hubs, the catalog, and a bit of context also. And I think it's the perfect place to talk about this. Okay, this is a bit briefly what I will talk about, which is a bit of context, a bit of presenting the catalog, which is somehow the framework of what we are going to do right now and in the future. Then I will talk about the Spanish mapping, which means that how the process that we follow for identifying the digital innovation hubs in Spain, and some future steps. So can you? Okay, because I hear a bit of echo here. So as Andrea was already introducing the concept perfectly well, we move through a new horizon, a new horizon where industry is really important, is a key bond for the new strategies, and also digitalization, as you all know. So this is all from the European Commission. Just wanted to emphasize some of the most important strategies. You can see here from 2015 when the digital single market strategy was already launched. And from there, many other initiatives and strategies were following up to support industrialization and digitalization of companies. So the DAY strategy, has 5 pillars, which are in the middle. Not sure if I can. Okay. No, here no. All for the reinforcement of industry and to make better competitiveness and improve the competitiveness of small and medium enterprises. We also, the Commission also launched in September 2017 the Industrial Policy Strategy, which is also a very important strategy in order to, let's say, support the 4.0 industry, or the new industrial revolution. Now, okay. But this is also the strategies were also in cooperation with member states. The idea is reinforce this cooperation, and the map is showing 15 already national strategies where countries, let's say, are supporting digitalization and industrialization, of course. You see that for the case of Spain, is Industria Conectada 4.0. And member states also get together for exchanging practice, knowledge, and they sort of created this kind of digital days, and the last one was in April in Brussels, and the subjects under discussion were already there. I have included the sources or there. I believe that the presentation is going to be circulated, so for more information you can find it there. Okay, to give a bit more of data, I know that maybe it's too much, but and complement a bit what Andrea was already introducing. The Digital Economy and Society Index, called DESI, is already presenting figures on how we are progressing under digitalization. So, I mean, there are countries like Denmark, Sweden, Finland, and the Netherlands, which are, I mean, they are doing very well. But still, all in all, we can say that Europe, the European Union is getting more digital. I mean, we are progressing, but we are still behind of other relevant countries. So connectivity, of course, has improved. We use much more internet, individuals, citizens, but also companies. But we have gaps, and we also have skill gaps. So there is a big need to work and to update in the field of skills. Obviously, I mean, large companies are the ones who are much more digitalized, and still, I mean, there is a lot of room for improvement under small and medium enterprises. And also, I have included a figure on smart specialization, and only 10% of the regions have prioritized ICT under their strategies. So a bit more on this. I mean, Spain is doing well according to the last DESI scoreboard, and we are now in position 10th, and we have gained a lot from the last, I mean, from 2017 DESI. This is the progress that Spain is doing. You see Spain is doing, the blue line is where we are now. And as you see, little by little, we are quite progressing. And the first graph showed the progress per category. DESI is measuring like 5 categories, and you see where we have improved most. I have to say that Spain and Ireland were the countries who made bigger improvements in this scoreboard. So, but still, I mean, the challenges are that the opportunities are there, I mean, for citizens, but especially for SMEs. We need to ensure that industry benefits for all these benefits, and also, I mean, build the European data economy. I mean, this was just some very quick and fast introduction to introduce the topic of the Catalogue of Digital Innovation Hubs. I mean, I believe that all of you know what is a digital innovation hub, but just in case, I mean, I included the definition. Again, the source is the European Commission. You can find it there. And then, I mean, the idea is that, create this kind of network of digital innovation hub at the moment. So this is, I mean, the role of the Digital Innovation Hub. Now everyone is talking about Digital Innovation Hub, but it's something in evolution. I mean, it's something which is not completely new. Maybe the term Digital Innovation Hub, yes, but the concepts were sort of cooked before through different type of processes. So, I mean, for me to add new ingredients to the discussion today, I mean, it is really an ecosystem, maybe a new way of building an ecosystem, an evolution of the innovation ecosystems, and this ecosystem, I mean, where cooperation of the relevant players in the region can help to provide the best services for the digitalization of companies, of SMEs. So for me, I mean, cooperation is an ingredient which we really need to have in mind to create a successful digital innovation hubs. But not only cooperation within the region, but cooperation also outside the region. So the Digital Innovation Hub can, I mean, or should be able to let us know where are the best services providers if these services or these technologies are not provided within our region, within our ecosystem. So these are some initiatives. I mean, these also from the European Commission. Other projects which are being in place and running in relation to the digital innovation hubs. And this is where the Catalogue came from. I mean, the Catalogue was a project that we finalized, led by TNO. Maurits is here. Maurits, I can see Maurits here. And he was coordinating from TNO this project. We were cooperating. I was cooperating also with Maurits for the mapping in Spain and Portugal. And this was really a very strategic project. We were working from 1 year, I would say, more or less. and ending and showing the results by November, ending November last year. Initially, the objective was to somehow identify and map about 100 digital innovation hubs in EU 28, but finally we ended up with funding about 500 digital innovation hubs. As you probably know, because I see some hubs around, I mean, we had some criteria to identify the digital innovation hubs, and yeah, all the hubs had to fill in some questionnaires, and we were somehow supporting it. As for the case of Spain, this is how the map is looking. I mean, initially, when we were building the catalog, we had 3 categories. I mean, like the operational ones, which were the ones ready. And we had category preliminary ones. And what this figure is showing, this is from the GRC platform, I mean, you can find all this there, is that 19 digital innovation hubs are being in a preparatory process, and also candidates, because both have been merged. And we have 42 operational digital innovation hubs. What this means is that they are giving us services already. So all in all, we've managed to find 61 digital innovation hubs in Spain. The process we followed for the identification of the digital innovation hub was a bit different than in other countries. In Spain, we work a lot, we cooperate a lot with the ministry, the Spanish ministry, and 2 big workshops were organized. And as a result of these workshops, we managed to discuss, identify, and really give or fill in the requirements for being a digital innovation hub. So this, at the stage, I mean, the figure is coming from December 2017. It's more or less when we presented the results from the catalog. After that, the GRC has been following up the map and the catalog, and another evaluation was in place, as many of you probably know already. Some criteria were a bit changed, and now, I mean, new digital innovation hubs can get in through the web page, I mean, through the GRC, and then fill in, of course, some of the criteria which are there. So exactly, again, also in Spain, the number of digital innovation hubs is much higher than initially expected. But in general, we can say, I mean, in general terms, all the digital innovation hubs are quite new for the Spanish case, but they are also quite dynamic, and also obviously in development, in the sense that they are trying to identify what is the best method for the governance, I mean, the partners that need to be in, and so on and so forth. They cover several technologies also. It's very difficult to find that digital innovation have extremely focused on one technology. Some of them are horizontal technologies, so anyway, but 40% of them were related to Industry 4.0, as for the Spanish case. And as I said, I mean, we had a quite big degree of maturity, because about 70% of them are operative already. Okay. As said, they offer quite a big, wide amount of services, ecosystem creation, training, capacity building, collaborative research, and so on. And they are funded, or were funded, in a combination of funded sources at that stage. Obviously, they focus also on different type of clients, SMEs, I mean, startups, and also mid-caps and large companies. The way, I mean, Spain is very regionalized if we compare to other European countries, and almost, I can say that, I think all, not all, I think is one missing, but almost all European Spanish regions have a digital innovation hub, one or more. It depends on the region. competence center are tractors. I mean, they are very important for generating the digital innovation hub and maintaining, as they obviously have the premises where the companies can test the products. And exactly, the work, as I said, is being on the development of the digital innovation hub. So these were the results of the first catalog. But what is next? As I already mentioned, the GRC has been assessing and is in process of assessment of the digital innovation hubs that are there and the new ones also. So I invite everyone who received somehow an email from the GRC to get back to them if you didn't do it already, and try to somehow complete the forms to make you, part of the map, revising the profiles. Okay, and if any of you consider that you are representing a new digital innovation hub, please also get in and try to fill in all the requirements. As Andrea was already mentioned, we are starting a new project now, trying to create somehow the connection between all these digital innovation hub in Europe. TNO is coordinating. Again, Maurits, I can't see you. Ah, okay, it's with the microphone. TNO and Maurits is one of the coordinators, but Funding Box and ourselves, we are also partners of that project together with EU Robotics, Blue Morpho, and FEDIL. So it's a CSA, which is a coordination and support action, and we will be starting soon in November, and we will work together for 36 months. So still we don't have the web page ready, but it will be ready soon. Okay, this shows a bit of the complexity that we have in hands. So the specific challenge is coordinate and let's say try to create better collaboration among all these digital innovation hubs. So this is something that helps us to let's say understand the context where we were proposing the project. So a huge collaboration between the coordination and support action and innovation actions is needed to make this possible. A refreshment of the catalog, an upgrade of the catalog will be also part of the objectives of this project. So as already mentioned, and this is my last slide, we will try to keep on enhancing the collaboration, offering also the digital innovation hub infrastructure for better and easier collaboration, physical also infrastructure for it, upgrading the catalog, and as I was mentioning already before, creating also a strategy to reinforce the specialization of these digital innovation hubs, and also creating and supporting the creation of a vision for self-sustaining business models. So this is what I wanted to share with you this afternoon. Thank you very much, and I'm also here if you have further questions afterwards. Thank you.